Well, good morning there, guys. How you doing? You got Bruce, aka the Weather Soul, here on the morning drive, and man, what a cool morning it is. Yeah, I'm just flabbergasted. I'm humbled, and all those things. Thank you, guys. You know, like I said last night on the Nomad Network, www.nomadnetwork.app. Go there. I'm gonna stop doing a lot of promotion here for the app and stuff, only because a lot of you are already on the app. So if I was going to say anything, you guys need to upgrade to the app. But anyway, wow, just last night was a trip. I came home and I had pretty much canceled everything on my day. We were laying low at the homestead, and just decided to watch the World Series because really I didn't have any skin in the game because I'm a San Francisco Giants fan, and the best team wasn't there, but my World Series was the Giants and the Dodgers, but it was a very interesting game as the Atlanta Braves went into Houston and they just slewed, and I mean they just raked Houston over the coals, and I couldn't be happier for Atlanta. I couldn't be more happier for Major League Baseball getting a great big salty finger poked in their eye for taking the All-Star game away from Atlanta because of their particular need and whatever they did. Because I really, I follow what happens, but I really don't care. But the whole thing with the All-Star game kind of hit me with a sour thing to my stomach, stuff like that. I hate crap like that when people are so woke that they have to change venue, and then Atlanta comes back and they win the World Series. So big salty finger right in the eye of Major League Baseball. I love it. Another thing that happened last night was the elections around the country, and no surprise. I was skeptical for a lot. We are split as a nation pretty much 50-50 down the middle, and it didn't surprise me what happens. The pendulum is going to swing to and fro, and that's just the way things go. And I'm not for a Republican, I'm not for a Democrat, I'm for freedom and liberty, and neither one of them are giving us any of that, so it really doesn't matter to me. But I really thought it was interesting what was going on. Excuse me while I have a little bit of my pink drink. We'll talk about that later. And what a great thing in the morning. Anyway, yeah, I stopped following politics probably really not very long ago. But I started realizing that politics is just not swaying whatever happens to me in my personal life, in my business, in my work, anything, because basically it's kind of more like entertainment. It's kind of like the what they call the shit show, designed to grab your attention and designed to sway you one way or the other. If you want to really hear about what I feel about politics and stuff like that, you can join into the Weather Soul podcast on Thursday night, 7:00 on YouTube, and on my Facebook page. You can go to my Facebook page, aka the Weather Soul, or the Weather Soul podcast, anytime you want. I'll bring you in. You guys can look at the live. It also has an audio on Anchor.fm, or you can get it on any of your podcast catchers. God, I can't even talk this morning. But in any case, yeah, if you want to hear that from me, if you want to hear the politics side of me and my rants and my lampooning of the national news, you need to go there. I don't do a lot of that here, but it really doesn't actually affect you. I mean, really, in the long run, there's certain parts and things that are affecting us here in our lives with the inflation that was no doubt going to come, because whether you believe it was was all the money that we printed out to save people from the nasty pandemic. I don't know how $2,600 would save anybody from anything, but especially over a year and a half. I don't know. Or you could say that it was because supply and demand, because we switched off the economy and then we switched it back on and just thought it was, like a vacuum cleaner or a refrigerator, just started working again. It really doesn't matter what's going on because those are the things that really affect us. But as far as who's the governor, who's to this, who's to that, who got elected this time, who's red, who's blue, who's liberty, who's not, doesn't really matter. It matters what you do with the information that you consume every day. Well, the information that I'm consuming every day is not the Fox News, it's not CNN, it's not MSNBC. I'm just consuming what I'm seeing on the Nomad Network. I mean, that's kind of where we're at. We're going to circle back to the Nomad Network. Why? Because that's where I'm at. I'm there with real people. I'm there with the community. And you need to hook yourself up with the community. I'd love you to come to the Nomad app, www.nomadnetwork.app. But, if you don't, find yourself a community that feeds you. Find yourself a community that motivates you. Find yourself a community that will pull you forward and not push you back. Find yourself a community that won't exclude you because of how you feel. It's very important. You gotta have somebody that likes you for who you are, not necessarily, what side you're on. I'm kind of private on the network about what I support and things like that because I really don't want to step on anybody's toes. But it's kind of a pretty much understanding that you can tell, by talking to people and their demeanors and the way they write on which side they lean. But it doesn't matter to me, and it's never really mattered to me. I mean, if you're going to sit there and you're going to bellow about the Republicans, if you're going to sit there and you're going to bellow about the Democrats, if you're going to sit there and bellow about freaking life and how bad life treats you because, this or that happened, then, you're definitely going to be in the wrong spot at the Nomad Network, because we believe at the Nomad Network that it's you only, that is pulling yourself forward, and that there's no excuse other than yourself of why things aren't happening the way that you want them to. But you can come to the Nomad Network and you can get all that motivation, you can get all that information, you can get all the positive vibes that are coming out of that place. Man, I cannot tell you and how much I love that app. I cannot tell you how much I love that community, and I love you guys too. Tomorrow night, Weather Soul Podcast, 7 o'clock. Get it on YouTube. If you're listening to this podcast right now, you're on YouTube right now. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this with a friend, please. And I thank you guys for being there, especially you new nomads. Go out there and hit it hard, guys. Hit it real hard today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.